Chief Pinion, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
No problem, man. I appreciate it.
I want to start real quick. It's been just over a week since this third-party review was released. Can you talk to me about, your initial thoughts on it and, what the review had to say?
Yes, I had the press conference the other day and kind of gave my initial thoughts on everything. And a lot of those thoughts still stand today. A lot of the things that I was very happy about was the things that were not found in the report. But, as I go through everything, there's still some work to do, and we have some work to do. And as I said multiple times, we plan on addressing majority of the recommendations in there and have already begun that as well.
A lot of this report, and a lot of people had talked about the lack of communication, the weirdness of the leadership, the accountability, the transparency, and that's something people want. We've talked to quite a few people. Just just hearing that list, where do you think the department can do better, at least in these four circumstances, and how do you think you can implement changes to better improve the communication, the leadership, the accountability, and the transparency here?
Yeah. So, we'll start with communication first. I think that's something that's been said for a while now. And part of that, part of the plan that I released back several months ago called for, a communications expert here for the city of Decatur. I'm hoping that that's moving forward, to fruition will help out a lot as well. So that, look, I'm here talking to you today, so that really starts, a little bit more of this as well. So the leadership, there's, like I said before, I think I have as much, I have many more people here today than the officers that support me now more than in a long time. So as the leadership goes, there's always going to be different opinions on that. But I would believe right now this department is fully supportive. Accountability and transparency. That's always something that we strive to do the best we can. We still have to act within the laws of everything. I know this. Different states have different laws. That's the reason why they put out in different instances, different videos and different stuff. And we're just not there yet, and we'll follow the law the best we can, or not the best we can. We're going to follow the law to, show this is why we do certain things. So,
Can you talk to me about some of the hardships? What's been some of the hardest parts about the job, especially in the last year or so?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one to really talk about me much. This is the position I took. I knew it was going to be a hard position, but the thing I always, the hardest part for me is seeing some of the guys and gals that have had to go through a whole lot more than I have. Sometimes in the streets and being, yelled at and blamed for things that they had nothing to do with either. And that's the one thing with policing. One person across the nation could do something, and it's every cop is bad, and every cop is that weighs on people. So that's probably been the hardest part for me is to hear some of the guys have to some of the stories they have to have been through. So,
is that something that kind of comes with the job? Is that something that that those seeing all these national headlines? Is that something that is part of it? And if so, how do you guys deal with it here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is part of the job. Do I think it should be part of the job? No. I think we had Councilman President Ladner talked about respect of human beings and kindness, and I think that's if we would all as a world get back to that a little bit more and respect each other, I would love at some point in life that we respect each other and do what we're supposed to and do what's right, and you just work us out of a job, right? If everybody does and follows the laws, then what would we need to be around for? And that's obviously something that is not going to happen anytime soon. But I think that's part of it. We just got to understand each of us is human. We all have our bad days, and we just got to have a little bit more respect for each other.
And just kind of talking about the chain respect, whether it's for city council with different officials, but specifically also just the relationship between the community. Obviously, policing the community, it's very big. Where do you believe the relationship stands between DPD and the community now?
I think that depends on who you talk to for a lot of this. Is a large community here, right? And that's what's great about this city is we have a very diverse city that have many different thoughts, and so there's many different opinions of many different things, you know. But look, ultimately, what we want to do as a police officer, we got to be able to gain trust, and trust is the equity for the community for us. And you know, we can't do our job without the community. Just to be honest, you know, they help us solve crimes all the time. So you know, you go back to the Sir Robert Peel, kind of the founding father of policing, is we are the community is us. You know, the police officers, sometimes people forget we are part of the community as well, and so we try to continue to build that relationship.
Make sure the mic's still work. Yeah, okay. Let's go back a week ago. Let's go back a week ago in looking at this document. You say that the department will look to implement a lot of the recommendations made in this document. Where do your priorities lie in what needs to be implemented first? What changes need to be made first compared to maybe something that could take some time for residents to see?
Yeah, so I've said several times the OPS recommendations, you know, as far as the IA Pro and everything, all those was implemented back in September, really, even before the report came out. We made some changes to that. We made some changes to the time frames on the policy for citizen complaints. And as I said before, you know, those rarely ever, never took 365 days. We've dropped it down to 60 for now, just, you know, staffing reasons. You know, sometimes we want to make sure we're doing it right? So that's, you know, part of it, you know, that is the biggest thing to help to start building that trust back is, you know, making sure we have the OPS and the IA standards. Because, you know, look, I worked in IA before, and I always told people that, you know, if we don't know about it, we can't fix it. And so that's something I always, you know, I've always said, if we don't know about it, we can't fix it. And so that's we want to make sure there's that trust there.
How important is regaining that trust, whether it's with this system and or it's just with some of the members in the community who, you know, are just worried right now about this police department?
Yeah, I think it's very important. It's crucial. Like I said before, regaining that trust. Trust is, you know, kind of the equity that we have and with the citizens and the community. So yes, it is very important.
When was the first time you saw this third-party review?
Like I said, I know that's been kind of a contention, right? So I saw it one time. Was able to read through it. I believe it was, I don't remember the exact day, but it was the day that snowed. I got to read through it once. I went back to legal. And then when we were sitting down to meet with the councilman, that was the second time I saw it. And, you know, it wasn't like I was sitting there reading it. It was more trying to check and see when we was having discussions about where things were. And then I didn't get it again. It went back to legal again. And then I did. I received the copy that was released the day of that morning. So
when go back to that morning, was it redacted or was it redacted when you saw it?
It was redacted. Yes, the copy I received was a redacted copy.
Copy redacted. Do you think, I know probably the things that were redacted were probably just things for legal. Will the community ever receive a less/non-redacted version of this third-party review?
You know, I didn't have any input on the redactions, so that's not up to me. That's going to be legal to go through that.
Mm-hmm. Why was it redacted for you? Why was it redacted for you as a police chief?
It wasn't. The copy that I received was redacted. I was able to look over the unredacted copy.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah. I was like, you confused me. I'm sorry.
In your press conference last week, and you plan to improve, I just want to circle back to the communication. What changes will you be implementing to improve the communication, whether that's for the media or whether that's within the police department itself?
Yeah, I think the communication within the department has been getting better for a while. You know, there are some things that I've talked with the police officers about reasons why I didn't say some things, and I think we're under a better understanding of a lot of that. Within the community, you know, it's just, you know, I know people said I was hesitant to talk, and there was a lot of things pending at the time. So, you know, I was really just kind of waiting because I'm one of those that wants the process to play out. That's kind of how I am. I'm not a big court of a public opinion, want to be out there. You know, this job was never to boost my ego or anything. I just enjoy policing and enjoy this job, and I love the city, and I want to continue to do that. And look at this, if this means I get to talk to y'all more, that's fine, and I'll continue to do it. And like I said, I know we're going to put some more stuff out with social media, some of the stuff, you know, the good stuff that we do. And as I said before, you know, our guys go out there and they're put in no-win situations a lot of the time, and about 99% of the time they come out with a win or a draw, and yeah, that's pretty good, you know. But we still got to work on that 1%, because that 1% that we mess up on or fail in, that's what we're judged on. So the guys know that, the officers know that, you know, and the community knows that, and that's what we got to continue to build on. So.
The report referenced your predecessor several times. What changes did he make to the department when you arrived, and how does your leadership differ from your predecessors?
So the biggest thing I say is that I believe in a department is, you know, we're all community-oriented police, and that is what we do. We're community. We got to be there, but you know, we have to be proactive. I believe the citizens of Decatur don't want us just to sit around and wait for crimes to happen, right? We want to try to prevent things from happening, and that's the one thing that I think I felt that I pushed more than anything is, you know, guys, we're not, our call is not just to sit around and wait for a call, go answer it, write a report, and move on. No, we want to try to be out there and hopefully be seen enough to be able to prevent any crimes from happening. And I think the stats really prove that. The stats show that, yes, we've been out there, you know, our violent crime rate is declined over the last, you know, 3 years. You know, burglaries, you know, has declined tremendously over the last several years. So, you know, that's part of it. Sometimes, you know, people will do things for crimes of opportunity until they see that police officer there, you know, and that's, you know, that's something we want to do. We want to be proactive in the community, in the citizen, you know, and, you know, trying to make sure that we deter crime.
Many are calling for you to step down. Many are calling for you to be removed. Many are calling for you to not be in this position. What do you have to say to those people who question your leadership?
Yeah, I think I said it earlier. I took an oath. I swore that oath, you know, back in 2004 as an officer. I took an oath again in 22 to be the police chief, and that's where I continue to do. I understand there's differences of opinions, but I think there's one thing that I think we all agree on is that we want to see Decatur thrive. I know that's one thing that they said in their press conference, and that's, you know, that's what I want to see. We all want to see Decatur thrive, and that's I think that's important.
You say they, you're talking about standing in power?
Yes.
What were your reactions to that press conference?
Yeah, just like I said, it was really just more of the fact that we can agree on that you know, we all want to see Decatur thrive, and that's a positive. It's something we can agree on. So.
How confident are you that you are going to be able to continue to lead the Decatur Police Department to become a better police department for their residents?
You know, I'm confident. Obviously, if I wasn't, I would have stepped down, you know, a long time ago. You know, this has been a tough situation throughout, you know, the last several months for several people. But that doesn't stop me from continuing to work. You know, that's something that I've always wanted to do. Is just I love to work. Maybe a fault of mine at times, you know, but I enjoy doing the work and putting it in, and that's what I'll continue to do.
Is there anything else that you would like to add today?
You know, the only thing I'll add would be what I've said multiple times in any interview I've done. Proud of the men and women that continue to lace up their boots during these times, and I'm just proud to be able to serve them and serve this community.
Chief, thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.